Okay, so originally I was going to review the Walgreens exclusive Power Ranger Lightning Collection in Space Silver Ranger. Now, I know this seems weird because, where the hell did this come from? But little do you want to believe it or not, I do actually collect Power Rangers. Like Power Rangers, Transformers, Marvel, DC, they're all big parts of my childhood, so I like it all, including G.I. Joe, obviously, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So when this line first released, I didn't really buy the teams. Like I didn't buy them all to put them all together. I mostly just bought my favorite characters from their lines. So I mostly get Walgreens exclusives. If I could finish a team, I would want to finish Power Rangers Samurai, dude. Like I don't know if they're ever gonna do that, but if the day they do, you're gonna see me collect all of them because I don't care who says what. I love Power Rangers Samurai. Anyway, I was gonna review him, but after I saw the views of the G.I. Joe action figure review, I realized that, maybe just Star Wars is good enough for the channel. Maybe. So we are gonna review him, but I'm gonna put him up for a poll instead. But for right now, we're just gonna review 2 Star Wars characters and see what happens now. Okay? Okay. Hey guys, Dylan here. Welcome back to another action figure review, and today we're reviewing the Star Wars Black Series, Star Wars marrok. I don't know if he's an Inquisitor or a Sith. Well, I guess we'll just say marrok for right now. We'll also be reviewing the Star Wars Black Series Ahsoka Tano. They're both from the same show, Star Wars show, Ahsoka. Yeah. I'm really happy with these action figures, but before we do anything else, before we review them, let's go right ahead and dive right into the story of Ahsoka, because there is no story for marrok. I've looked thousands of times. Okay, the story of Ahsoka Tano is just, oh god, man. Star Wars stories, tears, just nothing but tears sometimes you're just gonna get. Ahsoka Tano was born on the planet known as Shuri. On that planet, she had a mother and a father, obviously, and they actually really cared for her a lot. Through traditions, once Ahsoka was old enough, the mother decided to go hunting and show Ahsoka the balance of life and death and how to respect their culture and the animals that they coexist with. But of course, something bad happened. I don't know what species this thing is, but I'm just gonna say alien tiger attacked them and actually took Ahsoka. But this is when her connection to the Force was not unlocked but used, because through the Force she somehow communicated with this alien tiger, and the alien tiger actually led her back home. A couple of years after this, the Jedi Master known as Plo Koon found her and realized that she was connected to the Force. Plo Koon took, well, of course he asked for permission to the parents about them becoming a Jedi and all that. But either way, being took by Jedi Master Plo Koon and put into the Jedi Temple to be trained as a youngling. As she grew older, she was finally ready to be a Padawan. But instead of being a Padawan for Plo Koon, she became a Padawan for the newest addition to the Jedi, Anakin Skywalker. Because at this time, he was a Jedi Knight. And boy, oh boy, oh god, these two went off with a great start. To understand the reason why the Jedi Order assigned Ahsoka to Anakin instead of allowing Anakin to pick his own Padawan at the time was because the Jedi Council honestly wanted them to grow next to each other. You see, you gotta understand, Ahsoka Tano was a great person. She always has been a great person, and she likes protecting people, but she's a rule breaker. She bends and breaks the rules just so she can protect people. This is the same thing with Anakin. But the only difference is with Anakin, there are moments where he goes over the edge and kind of tips his head into the dark side to protect the people he cares for, because that's one of his greatest fears, to lose the people he cares about. So they thought by bringing in Ahsoka as Anakin's Padawan, it would balance them out, so Anakin would be more connected to the light side instead of the dark, and Ahsoka would learn from a good Jedi Knight, because even though he had those flaws, Anakin Skywalker was one of the best freaking Jedi Knights, I tell you. So yeah, that was the plan, and it actually worked for a while. Going through adventures, learning new things, Ahsoka and Anakin really grew together, and at this point, they just became really good friends than student and master. And of course, you should all know this, Ahsoka became a Jedi Knight. But then we go into the crap moments. You see, at this time, there were a lot of Jedis who were a little iffy about the Clone Wars. One of these Jedis, I don't know her name, but I hate her, framed Ahsoka on betraying the Republic. And so Ahsoka literally had to go on the run. And even though she constantly tried to prove her innocence, the Jedi Council and the Republic wouldn't listen to her. The only person that actually tried to help her through this time was Anakin. That's it. And Ventress. I don't know why. I don't know who thought it was a good idea to bring Ahsoka and Ventress to work together, but whoever did, you deserve an Emmy, because that was pretty cool. Anyway, after all that stuff and finally being able to prove her innocence, she realized that the Jedi Order just isn't for her anymore. So she left. And I'll be honest with you, I kind of think this is the reason why Anakin fell deeper into the dark side, because like I said, Anakin did have his moment, but it was still his connection to Ahsoka and Obi-Wan that kept him stable. So by losing the connection to Ahsoka for her leaving the council, it kind of made the scales, uneven. Right after this, I have no idea. Look, I'm just going to be honest with you. Ahsoka was just a Clone Wars character that just became really popular. And Clone Wars ended with a very big freaking cliffhanger until Disney Plus finally said, you know what, look, let's give you your final season. So I don't actually know what she did right after she left the temple. All I do know is that she went on a little adventure of how she kind of, I guess, embraced herself to be a Jedi once again, just not like a Jedi from the council. And like I said in my Dark Maul thing, she teamed up with the leader of Death Watch at the time to free Mandalore from Dark Maul. This inadvertently got her connected with the Republic again and Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker. Anakin Skywalker was very happy to see Ahsoka again. Ahsoka was half and half. Anyway, after finding out the Chancellor was kidnapped, because it pretty much starts the beginning of the third movie. The third movie where Anakin becomes Darth Vader and starts killing people. Anyway, so while that's happening, Ahsoka is on Mandalore fighting with Death Watch to defeat Darth Maul and arrest him, which they succeed. But at that time, as they were heading back to Coruscant, what happened? Order 66. And because of that, all the clones started trying to kill Ahsoka. I'm not explaining Order 66 until I find a clone. If I buy a clone action figure, I'll explain it. But for right now, just deal with it. After saving her friend Rex, who was a clone, and I'll explain how she did that later, they were able to survive the ship crashing because while they were doing all that, Dark Maul was walking through the freaking ship and just killing everybody and caused the ship to crash, and you already know he escaped. After that, Ahsoka buried her lightsabers, so the Republic, well, now known as the Empire, will think that she's dead. After hiding for a while and defeating an Inquisitor, she decides to take his lightsaber and join the revolution against the Empire. Of course, she can't work with a red lightsaber, so she actually uses her powers to turn its color to white, healing the Kyber crystal. And that's pretty much it. I mean, we could go into Star Wars Rebels, which is where pretty much her story continues, but after that is the TV show, like the Mandalorian, because she shows up in there. Book of Boba Fett, as much as people hate it, she shows up in there. And then she gets her own show, and that's where Murloc gets from. And he doesn't even have a story. He's just there to die, I'm gonna be honest with you. Territory review, I'm tired. The painted sculpture in this action figure is amazing. When I first saw the Ahsoka trailer, I was really questionable about her design in it, because it just didn't look like her. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't... The baggy pants and all that, it just didn't feel right. But, after watching the show and, having the figure in hand, I can safely say it's not that big of a deal, because the action figure still looks really good. I mean, seriously. The design on the face looks it's like spot on, honestly. Well, not spot on, but good enough. It just looks really, really good. And I actually like the baggy pants now. I kind of want to see someone animate it now. But yeah, it looks really, really good. For her accessories, she comes with her lightsabers. She got her normal sized lightsaber and her short sized lightsaber, which is really cool. They're actually both detailed with their paint, so it looks really nice, really detailed. It looks good. Looks good. But of course, there wouldn't be a lightsaber without the lightsaber. Here's her white lightsaber pieces. You can go ahead and plug into her lightsaber as huge. Put the small one in the small hilt. And you put the long one in the long hilt. Simple as that. And you got Ahsoka with her lightsabers. And like I said, dude, these things look absolutely amazing. Truly, they do. I like the color white now. Also, you can also take her lightsabers, both of them, and you can plug them onto her belt. So if you want to store her away without the lightsabers on, you can always just plug them in her belt, which is just really, really cool. Now the thing is, when you plug them in there, it's going to feel a little like it's just sitting there, but if you push it in a little bit more, you're going to see it fits. And once you do, my god, is it amazing. Honestly, now I can't see Ahsoka as anything else but this, because design just looks really cool. For articulation, it's actually really, really good. Now, I will admit, the forward on this action figure is not as good as I thought it would be. I'll probably have to fix that later, but for everything else, man, the articulation is awesome. I didn't have to put it in boiling water, so that's a given. But yeah, the thing moves really, really well. And I don't know if this is a part of my action figure, or maybe mine is broken, but mine has a butterfly joint. And I don't know if it's actually supposed to be there, or maybe mine is broken. Either way, I'm going to abuse this thing. If I ever when I do my Star Wars stop motion, but that will be happening after I finish the Marvel Universe thing I want to do for my YouTube channel, so that will be afterwards. But yeah, this thing looks really cool, and its articulation is on point. I also like how in the baggy pants, you can actually see it's very sculpted in, so when you lift it up, it actually looks like it's a part of it, and that's so cool. I don't know, I just really like how they designed this action figure. I had heard a lot of bad things about the Ahsoka line, so I was worried that Ahsoka herself would be pretty bad, but no, it's actually really cool. For Marrok, I hope I'm saying that right, the painting sculpture in this action figure is weird. The sculpture itself, I'm actually not bothered with. It looks pretty cool, but the painting is weird. I mean, Marrok in the show is wearing black armor with rust in it, small bits of rust. This thing is gray and it has nothing but rust, so I really just see a gray and orange mixture, and it just, I don't know, man. It just don't look right to me. Seriously. I mean, I really like the design of Marrok, which is why I bought him, but I mean, come on, man. This is too rusted up. Like, my god. I mean, I'm not gonna paint it or anything like that, but no. Just too much rust. For accessories, it comes with this classic Inquisitor lightsaber, which looks really nice, highly detailed. I do wish we could have been able to have an accessory where we could flip it open, but I'm guessing we'd have to probably pay $50 for that. Ooh, that's a roast against Hasbro, that was wrong. But what is a lightsaber without the actual lightsaber sabers? And you go, nice and red, looking really nice, really nice. I like those, I like that a lot. He also comes with a cloth cape, something I just really wish Ahsoka came with. Well, except it should came with a hoodie or something. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Now, here's the thing, for Inquisitor, that little peg there is supposed to be plugged into his back, which I kind of hate because I'm not able to swap it into his other hand because the peg's there. Plus, I just don't like that peg. And for the cape, it's pretty simple, just wrap it around his neck. And with that, yeah, this thing still looks cool. Even with that terrible rusted paint job, I cannot hate this thing. For articulation, it's actually really good. Another Star Wars Black Series action figure that I didn't have to put in the pot. I'm saying that because Marvel Legends, whatever y'all doing, y'all gotta learn. But anyway, yeah, no, this action figure is really good. When I got it out of the packaging, because I got this thing at the same time I got Firefly, because I both got them at the cmdstore.com. By the way, links will both be in the description down below. This thing I was worried about because it looked, Star Wars Black Series. I thought they'd be stiff like Marvel Legends, but no, this thing was very, very loose, and I was happy about that. I didn't even fix it. It's that loose. I like it. I just don't like that paint though. It should have been black with brown rusted, not gray, because then it just looks orange and black. It still looks cool to me, but still. And now it's time for our rating. Let's start off with Ahsoka. For painting and sculpting this action figure, it obviously gets a star. I know a lot of people didn't really like how they took Ahsoka and put her in live action, but honestly, I didn't really care if people liked it or not. I was happy to see her entirely, and when I heard she was going to get her own show, Oh my god. And then watching the show, oh my god. So yeah, no, this design is awesome. I love it. It's cool. For accessories, she also gets a star because, you know, lightsabers is a given. I do wish she came with her hoodie, because I don't know, this specific design of her, I feel like she just needs to have the hoodie, you know? For pricing, it doesn't get a star. The original pricing is supposed to be $24.25, but the store I found this thing in was like $34. They're saying a lot of things that was $20 for $34. So yeah, no, this thing doesn't get a star, but it's still pretty cool. For marrok, for painting and sculpting, it doesn't get a star, because my god, dude, that painting is awful. That painting is so freaking bad. Oh my god, so no, you don't get a star for that. For articulation and accessories, it gets a star. Because I don't know about you guys, but the Inquisitor lightsaber was always the coolest freaking thing to me. I know it has its flaws, and I know you can easily destroy it and kill someone. But that's the thing that makes it that like Inquisitors, because they're not supposed to win. Because if they were around the Jedi Order, they would have been dead. Because it's obvious they were set up to fail by Emperor Palpatine and Darth Vader. So it's like they weren't supposed to succeed, but they did, which is why I kind of like them, because they were the underdogs anyway. So yeah, it gets a star. Plus, I love the cape as well, man. That's just cool. For pricing, which was $24.25, because I got this at the cndstore.com, this thing gets a star. So yeah, these things both get 2 stars. I'll tell you, when I saw the Ahsoka action figures, I was really worried, because I know a lot of people are very critical when it comes to the Star Wars Black Series. But to me, these things were actually really, really cool. And now that I have both characters from the same show, even though marrok dies, I'm sorry, that's a spoiler, these 2 characters look absolutely great together, and it kind of makes me want to do a mini stop motion with them fighting each other. I don't know. I mean, it's either this or the Batman versus Abyss, so you guys are gonna have to choose on that. But yeah, I would recommend both of these action figures for the normal price. But yeah, also sorry if I sound quiet. I'll try to up the volume so you guys can hear me better. But I accidentally deleted all of the footage for this toy review except for the history part, so if you feel like any of the scenes were a little rushed, that's why. But all in all, like, my opinion doesn't change. These things are really, really cool, which is why I was able to redo everything I did without getting mad. But I'm gonna go ahead and put a voting poll up with the Power Ranger and 2 more action figures you guys would want to see reviewed, so that'll be done in the week. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Like this video, give me a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.